But do you want to hang out some other time?
Sure. I mean, how old are you?
43?
Yeah. We can be friends.
Oh, get out of here. You think I need more friends?
I don't know, but that's it.
Okay, well in that case,
I'm
you're too
25.
young for me. Too young for me.
In my opinion.
No, I decided. I friend zoned you first.
Okay, sure. I appreciate that as well.
Do you want to be Instagram friends? Because I'm actually fucking cool.
Okay.
And then you had your chance, so don't.
Okay.
When you change your mind, don't. It's too late.
I won't. Don't worry about it.
You probably will. Disculpe. Hi. You look like you had. Did you have a big night?
No.
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, cool. Can I talk to you for a minute?
I will have to leave.
Can I walk with you for 1 minute?
What for?
Just to chat.
Oh, sure.
I'm not selling anything or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Why would I? I'm Australian. I'm not here to sell anything. Yeah. What's your name?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm James. What's up?
Nice to meet you.
You too. Are you a local? Let's go here so we don't get.
I'm not, but I am.
You're imported local.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Where are you imported from?
I'm Chilean.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I'm an Australian I live in Portugal mostly, but I come here a lot.
You're on vacation.
No. I'm here working. I mean, not today, obviously, not dressed like this, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can work with any.
Yeah, it depends on the job. True.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not an accountant, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not.
Yeah, you don't look like it.
Hey, I could be an accountant if I
Hey,
wanted.
that's a compliment, honestly.
I know.
Not looking like an accountant.
I know. And so, why did you move here?
To study.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
And
still studying.
okay.
Yeah.
And do you like that?
Yeah, I love it. I hate it, but you know how it is.
You hate it, but you love it.
Yeah.
Which bit do you hate? Which bit do you
The
love?
part where you have to study.
Ah, that bit.
But
Yeah,
then
that's annoying.
when I'm able to work, I'm gonna love it, of course.
Right. And is it a field that you like?
I'm studying law, so
Okay.
I don't really like it, but I can do a lot with it. I can.
Yeah,
help
you
a
can
lot
be a
of people.
diplomat or. Oh, you would.
Oh yeah, also that.
I mean, you could go into. There's lots of things you
Yeah,
can do
there's
from
that.
law,
You
right?
can
That's
do
not
many
law if you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And puppy's name? Name? T with a T?
Yeah. TR.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how long have you been here?
6 years.
Oh, right, you are definitely more or less local.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I know more about Barcelona than many Catalan people, so.
Ooh, don't say that too
I'm
loud.
proud of it. No, I mean they know it. They have to know it. We have to humble them a little bit.
They really don't like us, do they? But it's like, well, too bad.
Well,
What do you?
I've been here for 6 years and I still don't speak Catalan. So that's kind
I
of
bet they don't
embarrassing.
like that.
They really do not like that at
Yeah,
all.
I can kind of understand why they don't like it, but it's too bad.
It's okay.
We're keeping the place
whatever.
alive.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one little story. So, I went to get a really good massage, like the best fucking massage
Okay.
I've ever had, right? No, not like that. Just a normal massage.
Okay.
Just normal massage. Come on, Jesus. All right, so I walk out and I'm fucked, right? So I'm just walking along like a zombie because this woman is amazing. And then I see this shop which has a smoothie in it.
Okay.
And I decide I want it. So I just walk in and I just take it and I walk out because I'm so fucked that I just accidentally stole it.
Okay.
And I didn't know that you can't do that because my brain was fried. And then suddenly I feel this like rip out of my hand. I turn around as a very angry Catalan man screaming at me in Catalan. And I'm like, oh yeah, you have to pay for things.
Yeah, that's
So-
how it works.
Well, I forgot that. Yeah, I know. But I just wanted
Well,
it.
you're definitely not an accountant then.
Yeah, but then, you know what I did? I was like, well, I'm not a thief, so I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
So I went back and I went, disculpe, lo
Sorry,
siento,
I
lo
just
siento, lo
told
siento.
this.
And he's like screaming in Catalan. And I said, posiblemente comprar? And he's like, okay. I bought it. I'm like, okay, I'm out of here.
Okay, bye.
It was very confusing for him.
Yeah, makes sense. I would have been confusing for me.
I was trying to explain massage. I don't know how to say it in Spanish. All right, bye.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just kind of high. That's it. You can
Yeah.
say,
I
smoke a
w-
joint.
well, I didn't have time to do that. But anyway, so that's how good that massage is. It turns you into a criminal. So I can highly recommend Ascend to you if you want. Name again? Cool. I'm gonna not follow you forever.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not going to. Even if you want me to, I'm not going to. But do you want to hang out some other time?
Sure. I mean, how old are you?
43?
Yeah. We can be friends.
Oh, get out of here. You think I need more friends?
No, but that's it.
Okay, well in that case,
I'm
you're too
25.
young for me. Too young for me.
In my opinion.
No, I decided. I friend zoned you first.
Okay, sure. I appreciate that as well.
Do you want to be Instagram friends? Because I'm actually fucking cool.
Okay.
And then you had your chance, so don't.
Okay.
When you change your mind, don't. It's too late.
I won't. Don't worry about it.
You probably will. All
I
right.
probably won't.
Right, you know me. Haven't you ever dated an older man before?
Yeah, I have. That's why I won't. Yeah.
Well, that's
Also,
ageist.
if you go for like 25-year-olds, like, are you like a little bit?
I go
like,
for the person that I saw that I thought I might like.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Okay, explain. So throughout human history, throughout the entirety of human history, younger women have been attracted to older men and vice versa since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
So
since the dawn of time, there's been like slavery and rape
those
and
are
also murder.
those are separate things. Those are separate things.
But it's not an argument, you know.
Well,
It's been done forever.
but you're
It's
saying
like
you're saying that it's
a lot of
very
things
weird
have been
when
done.
actually it's weird to say the other thing.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
So do you think 25-year-olds should date 25-year-olds only?
No,
What's the age range where it becomes not okay?
I don't think it's about an age.
Oh, I think you did say it was.
It's I mean, in this case, it's very obvious.
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
tell
have
me
to
where
say.
is the cutoff point.
For me, it's 30. 5 years.
You know that
That's it.
30-year-old men are 16-year-old girls in their mentality. I'm not trying to convince you anymore because I've already friend zoned you.
Like, this is like a scientific study
Yes.
or like your opinion?
Yeah, no, science.
I don't think so.
Have you, in your experience, have 30-year-old men been mature, been able to handle their shit?
No, but also not 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
Also
so,
not myself.
Right. So yeah, maybe you want to go like 3 years. Okay, when a man becomes like more or less a man, maybe around 35.
I don't know. You know, I was talking about this with my friend the other day.
Yeah.
And I don't think so. Like, if you have to go for, if you feel like.
Did
you
you just say I have to go?
What?
You're about to say if you have to go for younger women or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything.
Sure. I mean, technically you don't have to.
I could do whatever I wanted.
But, like-
And I don't know how old you are.
Al menos tú te ahorraste la movida, porque tú-
But anyway, I think your argument's falling apart, but continue.
Yeah, I feel like you want it to be falling apart, but it's okay.
I'm not trying to convince you
won't.
because I friend zoned you 6 minutes
Oh,
ago.
okay. Well then, I love that.
Do you?
Honestly.
Okay, but listen. If you want to be friends, like that's a serious commitment on my part. Like I don't do like hangout friends.
Okay, what kind of friend?
Like like you got each other's back.
Yeah, love that.
Well, that we need to build trust over time.
Okay. Yeah, that's how friendship works, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of fake friends out there, right?
Yeah, that's why I don't have many friends. So actually,
Yeah.
you're very lucky that I offered that because I.
You didn't offer it. I offered it to you.
No. Oh, so you're so old now that you have like memory issues.
That's true. But that's because I was a stoner for many years, not because of my age.
Honestly, same.
Yes, but I've also lived like 18 different lives in one lifetime, so it's hard to remember them
Okay, pop off.
all. Which Popov? The clown?
You
The
didn't-
Russian clown?
No, it's a term that Gen Z people use.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
I'm Gen X.
I don't know what I am.
Well, yeah, you do. Yeah,
Like,
you're.
I'm like a millennial, Gen Z in the middle.
Were you brought up with the internet?
Half of my life.
No, then you're
Yeah. I'm
Gen
in the
Z.
middle.
No.
I'm
Yeah,
like
Gen Z.
Sort of millennial, but also kind of.
So you remember life before the screen, kind
Yeah, 100%.
of. I remember it in the 80s.
Yeah, I would play with like spiders and stuff. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
my childhood. And then
What's your favorite spider?
in Chile we have. Well, you're Australian. Right?
Yeah.
So you have many spiders.
Yeah.
But in Chile we have one spider. It's called the tiger spider. I
Okay.
guess. And it is the most venomous spider we have in Chile.
Okay.
We have one of the most venomous spiders in the world.
I'm sure in Australia we've got more venomous.
Yeah, I think Chile and Australia are like the top
Oh, we're
two.
like.
Yeah.
But
we
we've
have
got-
more spiders,
We have more.
but we have one of the most venomous. Or,
Is it aggressive?
No, she just bites you and then your hand starts to die slowly.
Oh, we have one like that. We have the white-tailed spider, bites you and it rots.
Yeah, literally.
That's not a nice
And then
thing.
the nice spider, it's like super small, but it eats and kills the spider.
Oh, okay.
So you have to like live with her, you know, like it's in your house
Yeah.
and you're like.
We live
"Thank
with
you for your
spiders.
service."
Totally fine.
Yeah, that sounds awful actually.
Spiders are fucking awesome. They're the apex predator of the insect world. They've got 8 eyes, 8 arms. They're awesome. Like they are technically awesome.
Yeah, they are. They definitely are.
Yeah. Like my mother sent me a video the other day of her. Like there's one called a huntsman. It's about that big. It's not venomous. It just hunts things. And my
just hunts.
yeah, my mother dusts around it.
Oh, that's kind of cute, but also
Yeah.
kinda scary.
She's like, oh, I didn't want to bother it. I'm like,
No,
what?
It's like we're neighbors.
Yeah, she says she dusts around it and then just says, "You stay there." I'm like, Mum, that's pretty bad. That's pretty badass, actually.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cute, also kind of scary.
That's normal.
It's a perfect balance.
Yeah, I mean, in Portugal, everyone comes. Like, I have spiders in Portugal at my farm, and people freak out. I'm like, these pussy little spiders. What do you think they're going to do? Jump on you and like annoy you with their teeth that can't pierce your skin? These are pussy little spiders.
Oh, we have also very furry spiders.
Like a tarantula type of thing.
Yeah, kind of like a tarantula. But they don't bite, they don't do anything. So I would play with the spiders.
I spent quite a bit of time in the Amazon in Peru.
Oh yeah, that sounds scary.
Yeah, it was. When it would rain, the tarantulas would come in and just sit on the roof above you.
Okay.
And you just be like, yeah.
It's like enjoying the rain.
Well, they'd want to get out of the rain, so they come into the Maloca.
Oh, okay, because they live underground.
Well, they're like, that's a dry place,
Yeah.
so we'll stay there, and you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, you know, I also lived like in the Amazon in Peru.
Near Iquitos?
No, I was in Ollantaytambo. We were living with like Peruvian, like originary people.
Indigenous people.
Yeah, indigenous people.
Yeah, we were
crazy.
too, actually. We started in Iquitos, then we went up to somewhere, and then into the jungle to do, guess what?
Ayahuasca.
Yes, ayahuasca. Of course. And then I went to Pacaya Samira. Have you been there?
No.
Fuck. That's like the flooded forest. Like that's
You know, I actually know
deep
more
Amazon.
of Europe than of Latin America. That's kind
Yeah.
of, I'm kind of ashamed of that, but it's what it
I
is.
know more of Europe than I do of Australia, for sure.
Yeah, that happens, right? Like you will never get to know your own. It's kind of shitty, honestly.
Well, I don't
don't
know. I don't know if
appreciate
don't know what opinion I have about that. It's just like Australia's very big, and you know I
Yeah.
couldn't. And most of it's desert.
Yeah, that's what I was on.
So I saw enough, and now I do other things. Yeah.
Great.
Cool. Did we already Instagram? I can't remember.
I think so. Did you smoke?
No.
Okay.
I haven't smoked in 2 months.
Oh, that's not that much.
For me, it is. I recently quit, and now I can actually think again.
How many years?
Most of them.
I quit smoking like 6 months ago,
Ah.
and I'm also like now I'm like back again, not smoking like my personality.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know what my personality was, and because it's been stoned for many years. So now this is apparently something like what I am, maybe.
Okay, yeah, I mean
I'm getting to know it.
step by step.
Paso,
Yeah.
yeah, it's coming along.
Yeah,
I have a lot of energy, and I'm being
Yes.
very effective.
Exactly.
I'm pulling off shit you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. Also like motivation to live in general, like to
That's
enjoy
also
life,
good. Yes, all that.
Doing stuff, taking care of yourself.
Yes, doing that as well. Yep. I sure do miss like.
Blah.
I have this artist called Fernando who's doing the mosaic in my temple at my farm, right?
Okay.
And so last time he came months ago, I was a big stoner. This time he arrives and he has his, like, gives me an ounce of very good homegrown.
Okay.
And I took it and I gave it to the other stoner there and I said, take that. And I didn't even think about it.
Love that.
I was just like,
you weren't even tempted.
no. I mean, I did this. That's good. Take that.
That was nice.
But I
Good
wasn't.
times.
But I wasn't later on like, fucking give me that and I'll kill you.
Well, that's great.
I was like, chill.
Yeah.
So I think I might be done.
Yeah, right? That also happened to me actually. I was like, okay. No, but I still want to smoke sometimes. You know, when it gets very stressful, I'm like, wish I could just avoid.
Are you the type of avoid the world?
I
You
wish
mean?
I could just numb myself right now.
Yeah. Look, humans do need to numb themselves at various points because
They
life
feel
is
the
too
need,
intense.
But I don't think they need to. There's other ways. There are other ways.
There are.
Sports.
Yeah, but when you live in this kind of madness, people
Yeah.
tend to need. Well,
Yeah.
they got to have some
feel
kind of
the
release
need.
valve.
Yeah.
Yep, and we all dose ourselves in various ways.
Yeah.
But I just do it now with madness and coconut water and many other
With
interesting
coconut
things.
water, what else?
Madness
Oh, madness, yeah.
and doing so many cool things.
Like what?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Okay. Then
You
don't-
would not believe me.
Okay, then don't tell me.
I won't.
It's a secret.
It's not a secret.
You want to be super special. You're like,
I'm.
would never be.
No.
I'm just so
You know how there's
I'm not
there.
like other for you.
I'm clearly not like other people. Like sometimes I wish I was an accountant. I wish I was boring. I wish I knew someone who was boring, but it just hasn't happened.
No, I would never wish I was boring, bro.
But for a day,
boring.
imagine for a day,
For what?
just being a normie who's just like, you know what I'm going to do today? Something average. And then
You can do something. Actually, if you do something average, it would be like an adventure for you. You know?
yeah, but I'd probably turn it into something interesting. So like to do
Yeah,
something
but
really.
Wouldn't it be interesting if you've never done it before? Then it's like something new.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. I want
could
it.
just
I
go
want to
to
be
an office
actually
and
really boring. Like I'll just turn up to an office in a suit and I'll be like, "Hi, I'm here," and they're like, "Who are you?"
You're like,
Can I just sit down and like
Bitch, I
pretend
just,
to
like,
type?
Stare at the screen.
And
for
can I
8
do some?
hours
I'll
in
do
a
some
row.
photocopying. What else do people do at offices? I'll sign some stuff. Like I don't want any money. I just want to be bored for a day.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
For one day, imagine that.
Yeah. So do you feel like superior?
No,
You're not bored.
no, not superior. No, no, not at all.
No?
No, I'm not. No one's superior to anyone, but I am absolutely unique and weird, and it's not superior. It's just a
I would
fact.
say this is your sweater is.
Yeah. Did you notice the
Yeah, I
psychedelic
definitely
pornography?
noticed. Yeah.
I didn't when I bought it,
Oh.
and then later I was like,
You're
"Fuck
like,
yeah!"
Well,
Fuck
it is what
yeah.
it is.
And I'm like, "Whoa, I
your
watch good
universe.
porn." Cool.
I'm wearing porn at this moment.
I didn't even know, but I'm like, well, I'm gonna obviously wear it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you pull it off, I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is not my usual outfit, but anyway, today it is.
Okay. Yeah, very blue.
Yeah.
And this is her outfit, actually.
This is what? Oh, yeah. Now, fabulous. Fabulous.
So she's also not like other dogs.
No, I can see that.
She's special.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she loves it. Well,
She loves checking stuff out. All right, I gotta go. Maybe we'll hang out
Okay.
sometime. You'll see me around.
Sure.
See you soon.
See you.
Bye. All right, gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that interaction of me with a younger lady interacting with the old fart James Marshall and dealing with her ageist objections. Oh, and if you're wondering what happened here, I was bitten by a croc, mate. No, I was actually sawing a willow tree and then I looked at a bird and slipped and cut my fucking thumb. It's all right. That's what happens when you're a man. So let's have a little bit of an analysis of what went on in this interaction and also think of it in kind of the broader context of age difference. So it's no secret that I'm 43. I don't lie about my age with women because, well, for two reasons. I just don't lie to women anymore. And secondarily, I clearly look like I'm old, right? I look good. I think I'm wearing my age well, but I'm clearly not 30 or 28 or whatever, and there'd be no point lying because she'd find out pretty quickly by just checking my ID. So I just tell women my age whenever they ask. So a lot of the guys that watch this channel are in their 30s and 40s, and no secret, they're often interested in, at least in the idea, of dating women who are not their own age. And that's totally fine. It's always been done that way throughout history. It has been extremely commonplace for older men to date younger women and for younger women to be interested in older men. And in different places in the world, this is more or less accepted, but I don't really care how much it's accepted on the aggregate or on a societal level. I just care about whether this woman in front of me wants to hang out with me and I want to hang out with her. And if she's of legal age and we're both consenting adults, then it's none of any fuckers other's business what we do in the bedroom. So don't worry about, society at large, man. Just worry about, okay, if you want to approach a woman that you find attractive and you find out that she's over 18, or whatever yes, let's say over 18, then it's just up to you and her to decide what you want to do. It is a massive block for a lot of guys that in their 30s and 40s who want to go out and approach attractive women and, okay, that woman is in her 20s or early 30s or whatever, 21, 28, whatever, and they're really worried about what happens if the girl calls them out on their age or says that they're too old. I've been experiencing this actually for decades. I remember I was at a party when I was 21 and it was like a high school party. So it was all full of 18-year-olds and I was 21. And I remember a girl saying, "How old are you?" Australian. And I said, "I'm 21. She's like, "You're fucking old." And I felt old too. I was like, "Well, I'm way too old for these young chicks. Now I'm 3 years older than them." So they're basically, are you too old for any woman is determined by whether she thinks you're too old for her. My current girlfriend is 22. She loves the fact that I'm older than her, and we get on really well. She's super smart. In fact, she's smarter than me. And she runs rings around guys her own age. There's no way she would want to date a guy her own age because dudes take a way longer time in general to become mature or to get their shit together, and she likes whatever I am, and we've chosen to be with each other, and what anyone else thinks, they can go fuck themselves. Although it is pretty scandalous when we walk down the street, because she clearly looks her age and I clearly look mine. But the point being is that for some women, if you go and approach them, if you're 3 years older than them, you're too old. For some women, the fact that you're 3 years older than them means that you're too young. She's like, oh no, he's 25. Oh no, I'm not going to date a guy that age. I want to date a guy who's in his 30s. And I've also had the experience many times where I speak to a woman, we have got a good vibe, and eventually she asks my age, and I tell her the number, and it's a bit of a shock to her because she wasn't expecting it, and she hasn't dated someone that much older than her before, and it takes her a bit of time to just get her head around it. And then she's like, oh well, fuck it. I like the guy, right? She likes the man. Okay, maybe I'm not going to go and hang out with her and her, uni buddies, or maybe I'm not going to actually become her boyfriend because that might not fit in with her idea of what type of guy she has as a boyfriend. But she's totally like open to the idea of, well, I've got this older lover that's my dirty secret, and he's my daddy, or he's this guy that teaches me things that I don't know, or he's more mature, or he's got his shit together, or he's totally separate from my normal life, and that's an erotic fantasy. So this is way more common than you think, that many women are into older guys in general, or they're just into the guy that they like, and when they find out what his age is, they don't care. So what I did in this interaction, I'm not necessarily suggesting that you deconstruct the age differences like I did with this lady. She was 25 and I'm 43, and I'm like, seriously? Okay, and she's, fairly mature and a fun, intelligent girl, and she could handle me, and I could certainly handle her. But she disqualified herself by making such a big deal out of it. But in that moment, for whatever reason, I just decided to prod and poke and start to deconstruct her argument, which fell apart under the under the smallest amount of interrogation, because she hadn't really thought it through. She just had this arbitrary idea in her head that that's too old. And for her, yeah, it is. I'm not going to try and date that girl, even though I was flirting with her. I got her contacts. If we hung out again, there's a good chance that she would actually change her mind. But she's, as I said in the video, she is friend zoned. Because I'm not going to necessarily play those games outside of the interaction. But for the sake of you guys on the camera, and because that's what I felt like doing at the time, I started pulling apart. And you look at what happens, right? She's like, oh, you're too old for me. And she's like, the point where she started to be antagonistic, where she's like, if you feel the need to, and I already knew what she's going to say, if you feel the need to date younger women, there's something wrong with you. And so that's where I interject. And I'm like, I don't feel the need to do anything. I've dated women of various age ranges. I date women I find attractive. And surprise, surprise, I often find women who are younger than me more attractive than women who are of my own age. Could I date someone my own age? Absolutely. Shall I? I shan't. Why? Because I don't want to and I don't have to. I got options, so I'll date who I find attractive. So, I start to interrogate her and punch holes in her argument where I'm saying, well, what is the actual age range that you should do? Like, where is this magic cutoff point? And she says 30, right, as her arbitrary line. I interrogated a little bit more about, okay, so how's it been being with 30-year-olds? Are they the right fit for you? And she's like, nah. Right, so she actually has no leg to stand on. And I'm not backing down on the fact, like, I'm not apologizing for my age. I am what I am. And it always makes me smile a little when guys in the comments go, James is old. I'm like, yeah, I'm my age. So what? Like, I'm in no way worried about the fact that I'm my age. When I was 28, I was 28. And I wasn't worried about that then. Actually, I was probably more worried about it when I was 28 than I am now. I'm perfectly comfortable with myself, or as comfortable as a human can be, really. I know how old I am. I know that I'm still sexy. I know I got plenty to offer women. I know that there's, as proven by every woman that I've ever dated, that there are lots and lots of ladies who find me attractive at every age that I've been at. And will they forever? Yeah. Because I know plenty of ballers who are in their 50s and 60s actually, who choose to be with younger women and date women sometimes 30 or 40 years younger than them. And I'm not saying that you have to or should, or that this is even ideal. There's absolutely something to be said for dating someone within your own age range, and you find someone attractive, you're 40 and you're dating a woman who's 48, good for you. If she's the lady that rocks your world, then fucking go for it. I'm not saying that it's necessarily better or you have to, or that this is the outcome that you're absolutely aiming for. But as most of you guys out there will probably agree, you find hot 20-somethings hot because they're hot, and often they are more than enough mature to be with a guy that's older than them. There are women who are 25, have lived really dense lives, are emotionally mature, have a lot to offer, and they also like the juxtaposition or the contrast of being with a guy who's at a different stage in his life. Because there are also disadvantages of dating in the same age range. right? Because if you're both 25, let's assume that you're of some similar maturity level, then the problem can be that you're still, neither of you yet knows exactly who you are going to be. Especially for men, it usually takes them until their late 20s or early 30s to figure out who they are actually as a man, to be over their boyishness, to be over their ego or over their insecurities, ideally, if they've done the work, and to be like, cool, this is the man that I am. I'm still growing, I'm still learning, I'm still evolving. This is not the end point, but yeah, cool, I know who I am. And I definitely did that when I was around 30, 32-ish. That was when I was like, cool, I know the James Marshall I am. And I've been through my warrior phase, and not that it was finished, but I've done the bulk of my warrior phase, my learning, my insecurities, my figuring out, am I this, am I that, having my dark nights of the soul and my internal crises and my grandiosity and all that kind of stuff to be like, yeah, okay, I feel pretty solid. Now I'm actually a man, right? Whereas you'll have a woman who's like 23 and she's like, I'm a woman and I know who I am and I go for what I want and this is the lady that I am-ish. And that it'll develop from there, but she's pretty clear who she is at that time. So if you have two people at 23, you can have actually this dissonance where they're not going to end up in the same direction, right? And I've seen this with so many clients where they hooked up with their childhood sweetheart or their uni girlfriend or whatever, and they spent 5 years together, and after those 5 years, they had diverged in pathways so massively that they were unrecognizable to each other as the people that got together in the first place. Right, so just like the idea that you should date someone that's only 1 or 2 or 3 years different than you or exactly the same age or in your same class at school is absolutely fucking nonsense as a rule, right? Sure, if you meet the love of your life in uni and you guys stay together forever, that's beautiful, but I'd say it's less likely to work on the aggregate, on average, than having a 7 to 10 year age difference between a guy and a girl. And it can work in reverse. I have seen older ladies and younger guys work, but mostly it tends to be the other way around because the guys need a bit of extra time to figure out who they are, and you just become sexier, more attractive, more confident over time if you do the work. Just getting older doesn't make you sexier. Sorry, right? Just age in and of itself does not equal maturity or equal confidence or equal success, but it does give you the time to move towards those things as long as you're actually developing yourself. I've met many men who are in their 30s and 40s who are still children, right? They're still scared teenagers or scared little boys because they never did any therapy, they never did any meditation, they never did any exercise, they never really faced their fears, they never went for what they want, and so they just remain in this stasis of immature, youngish boy, possibly for their entire lives. But if you decide as a man to start working on yourself at any time, but the earlier the better, then yeah, you can become an established, mature, and extremely sexy man in your 30s, 40s, and beyond, as long as you look after your body enough that it works and your cock still gets hard, and you know how to groom, and you know that, like, I have hairs that grow out of my nose, and if I'd left them and never trimmed them, right now they'd be down to here, and I guarantee I wouldn't be dating any 20-something-year-olds because they don't find that attractive. So I know how to dress, how to groom, I look after my body so I'm still ripped and fucking look pretty sexy for my age, and lots of women would much rather date me now than they would when I was 30. In fact, I showed my girl that I'm with at the moment photos of me in my 20s, and I said, would you want to date that guy? And she's like, I don't like that one. I don't want to look at those photos anymore. You look too much like a little boy, it feels weird. The fact that I am actually 20 years older than her is a big part of the attraction that she has for me. So this is absolutely possible as a man. As I said, it's not going to be that just because you're older, every young girl is going to want to be with you. For many women, if you go and approach them, and I get this commonly, right, where the girl brings up my age and I tell her, and then it's over. Because for her, yes, I'm too old. Okay, no problem. And it's true, for her, I'm too old. Okay, for the next girl, I'm just the right age. How are you going to find that out? By taking your balls in your hands and walking over and talking to girls. And just knowing the fact that, yeah, some girls are going to think you're a creepy old guy, even though you're not being creepy, right? Because just being older and approaching a woman that's of age is not creepy in and of itself. Creepiness, if we want to put a definition, is unwanted sexual attention where you don't read the signals and you don't give the girl space and you don't hear the word no and you're doing it in some awkward, weird way. That's what's creepy. It's not that I'm this age and she's that age. You can be a very creepy 19-year-old man and a very not creepy 43-year-old man. And in this interaction, if you're watching it and you feel a bit uncomfortable with the tension, that's fine, sit with it. But be aware of the impulse to go, oh, this is creepy. She didn't feel creeped out. At any point she could have asked me to leave and I would have left, right? I was actually the one that ejected at the end. I said, I'm not going to follow you forever. She said, thank you. And I said, no, even if you want me to, I won't. And then we continued to chat for quite a while. We exchanged details. We agreed to possibly meet up and be friends. And then I was the one that ended it. So she didn't feel creeped out at all. She was shit testing, as they say, trying to poke holes once she'd gotten into the age thing. And then James Marshall fucking loaded his Gatling gun and went, got anything else, babe? She's like, not really. Yeah, score for me. And could have worked out the other way too, where on any other given day I was a bit off or I just didn't respond in a way that would have put her in a place. And then she would have gone, you're too old. I'm like, well, I guess I am too old. I am. I'm old. I'm 43. That's the age I am. And that's fine. Now I'm going to go and meet someone else who thinks I'm fucking sexy, which won't take long at all. And for the guys that put in the comments, James is running out of options. No, I'm just running out of joints that work. The cock still works. I'm not running out of options at all. I'm doing better than ever. You too can, if you're willing to put in the work, dress well, groom yourself, get over the fear that, like, you're just going to have to get over yourself, right? Because most of this is you just got to get out of your own way. What if she thinks, yeah, fuck her, she'll think whatever she thinks. She'll either think you're sexy and hot and old, or she'll think you're a weird old dude. There's plenty of girls who for 30 seconds have thought I was a weird old dude and then moved on with their lives, and there's an equal number, I don't know, more than enough that thought the opposite and ended up in bed with me. I just don't care whether they think I'm too old or not, and I'm not going to take any shit from some 25-year-old who's going to posit some kind of ageist thing against me, and that's why I just had to have a little bit of a duel. En garde, James Marshall wins again, or sometimes, or most of the time. So, there we go. That's my little on-the-fly analysis. Hope you enjoyed that. We got lots more infield coming up soon because I went out and filmed shitloads in Barcelona and here in Budapest. So stay tuned for some more fun infield videos coming out very soon. And if you'd like to join me right here in Budapest, we're standing outside the front of the Law University, which is a good spot to meet very smart 20 to 27-year-old girls, which you might do some of in a minute. Then you should consider joining me and the TNL team for our next 4-day residential, which is happening here in Budapest from July, I think it's the 20th to the 23rd. Nod? Yeah. If not, it's somewhere around those dates. We'll put it on screen. 4 days round the clock, approaching, role-playing, in a game, conversation, flirting. We cover it all. We spend a shitload of time where we put a microphone on you, hidden, not like that, but you know, they can't see it. Put on your bra and that. And then you go and approach girls, attractive ones of all sorts of ages, and I'll be listening in and giving you feedback when you come back, adjusting things on the fly so that you can make changes in real time, so that over the course of 4 days you've met, I don't know, 40, 50 hot girls, and you've got incredible reference experiences of this actually working for you. And also, what happens when it doesn't work? It's not the end of the fucking world. You not only survive, it makes you stronger, more adaptable, and gives you a lot more tools to work on in the future. These workshops are fucking incredible. We've been running them for, I don't know, 15 years with insane results. It's the most densely packed workshop of its type in the world, and you are guaranteed to go from wherever you are at to massively improved in a very short amount of time. So if you'd like to join me, click the link below, get on a call with Alex or Rayan. They'll have a chat to you, obligation free, about your issues, your goals, what you want to work on, and we have 3 spots left, so don't fuck around. Time is passing and we're all getting a bit older, and I'm making the most of it. I have no regrets. Do you? See you in the next video. Peace.